All right, good morning, everybody. So today we're going to take a deeper dive into Kotter's 8 Phases of Change. That was our blog post yesterday. To put this in context, I'm going to go back to 2010, 2011, my time in politics, transitioning after a successful statewide campaign into office. Election in November, swearing in January. So we had about 2 months to install an entire senior staff. So Kotter's Phase 1, establishing a sense of urgency, handled for us, very straightforward. Number 2, building a coalition. We had coalition building that we did during the campaign, stump speech, getting votes, things like that. But then more importantly, our internal coalition. We inherited an office of about 100 staff, some of whom had been on staff for decades. So this is an established group of people coming in and trying to immediately bring in sweeping changes or uncomfortable changes. You're going to need to build a coalition. You're going to have to get buy-in from your people. How do you do that? That's 3 and 4. That's developing a vision and sharing that vision. Not just the vision, though. Get to the why. Why is this important? How is this vision that you've got going to help us as a team and individuals? What do we stand to get out of it? Communicating it effectively. Have it to a point where you can unconsciously rattle off your elevator pitch, your stump speech, whatever it is. But make sure that that communication is impactful and clear. Practice it, practice it, practice it, because if you can't develop a vision and you can't share a vision, it's going to be really hard to build that coalition. But if you can get steps 1 through 4 down, 5 through 8 become a little bit straightforward, actually. So after you've shared the vision, you've got that coalition, you've got your team moving towards that crazy, audacious vision you've got at the end of the road. How do you get there? Well, we inherited an office of 100 people. That needs good layered management. And then, of course, you have the realities of the office. You've got limited budgets. You've got new personalities that are trying to interact and coalesce into a team. It's not all going to go to plan. So most importantly, give your people the opportunity to clear that little stuff out of the way. You don't need to be involved in every little decision. What does this sound like? Micromanagement. Micromanagement is just going to do nothing but slow you down and disenfranchise your people. So avoid it. Avoid it at all costs. Give your people the opportunity to succeed. Allow them to use their creativity, their institutional knowledge. You might be new into this organization. You don't have all the answers because you just don't know where everything is. So use those resources that you've got. Give your people the opportunity to succeed. That'll do 2 things. That'll deepen that coalition building, and it'll give us number 6, those short-term victories, an opportunity to pat yourself on the back. More importantly, to build that rapport with your team. Acknowledge their success. Acknowledge their good work, their hard work, their creative work, whatever it is. If it got a problem out of the way, take a minute, celebrate it. Give them that acknowledgement, give them that regard. That will, again, deepen that coalition building. It'll deepen that buy-in into the vision. And when things get really sticky and really hairy and really messy, because this is change, that's going to keep people on track. That's going to give them the confidence that, hey, we've done the little things, we can do the big things. It's just a little more work or a little more time, whatever it might be. From there, 7 and 8 really start to fall into place. Consolidate and keep moving, that's what we're talking about. That's win or learn. That's cliche, I know, but it really is true. Take those wins, apply those wins later. Take what you didn't get done and learn something from it. What do you leave behind? What do you keep? How do you keep moving towards that vision? Consolidate those wins, keep moving forward. And then lastly, anchor. This is what we do to avoid backsliding. Moving forward is great, but sometimes we want to fall back into that status quo. Anchoring could be new administrative policies, rewriting administrative policies. For us, it was completely revamping our org chart and putting in those new structures, those boundaries in place, those lanes for us to stay and operate in that kept us moving in the right direction. So use Kotter's 8 phases of change. Try to avoid those pitfalls that he lists in his 8 phases. And if you've got any change experiences of your own, I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.